And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals, the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated major league debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the major league pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris.
The center fielder, number 25, Michael Harris.
And a pitch. Foul ball there. Kicks and deals. Upstairs, making his debut here in April. Chris, I think we have to assume that means they see him as an important piece for their pitching staff this year.
I think so. I mean, they wouldn't have him here if they didn't feel he was ready to pitch at this level, and this is a great chance for him to prove himself.
Caught him looking for the K. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Next pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. That catches the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch inside. 2-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Next pitch misses inside. 3-2 now. And the righty deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Got a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Throw to first. Jones dives back in safely. Another move to first. And he's back again. Next to hit, Hank Aaron. First offering misses the mark. That one missing inside.
2-0.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. That one missed. Lined, and that's a base hit. Jones around second. Thomas to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Eddie Matthews. Big time power. That one's in there, 0-1. One down, runners at second and third. Out there to center, Thomas moving under this one. Makes the grab, runner tags for home. The throw's offline, he's saved, and it's 1-0.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job of driving that run from third.
David Justice next up for the Braves. This guy has turned into a beast. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
The 1-1. Here's a chopper to short. That ends the frame. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Braves 1 and the Nats coming to bat. Back here at the ballpark, pitching in our game today, Warren Spahn, singing he is one of the best to ever do it.
True legend in this game with over 300 career wins. Always a joy to watch him go to work. It's effortless out there. Doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. Doesn't know when he's high or when he's low.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
The shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
And he deals. 0-1.
0-1.
The pitch. And it's fouled away. Goes down looking.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And now it's Luis Garcia. First pitch is in the dirt. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
1-1.
Next pitch downstairs and a count 2-1. And the slider just misses.
This doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
The pitch. That one fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Up now for Washington, Michael Lee. First offering misses badly for ball 1. At the belt and fires. Garcia, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Started after it, appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. And it goes just foul. 2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count up as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
Now here is Vladimir Guerrero in the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Kicks and fires. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field, and makes the play, and that's out number 3. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. Now, Joe Torre. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
And the 0-1. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory.
Batting 7. The first baseman.
Here's Matt Olson. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Next pitch is downstairs. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Next pitch is outside. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 down.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And the batter now, Vaughn Grissom. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And a foul ball. Going 2 now. Stays alive. The wind of the pitch. In the air, left field. Guerrero makes the catch, and that'll do it. Braves go down quickly here. They lead it 1-0. Gary Carter digs in now.
The Nationals, the catcher, Gary Carter.
The wind of the pitch. Right side, hard hit, and that's just foul. They say you win.
0-2.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Can't field it cleanly, but the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter,
Joey Meneses digging in for the Nationals. That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1.
No strike.
And that skips in the dirt. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. And now the lefty. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Here's Lane Thomas. Hard hit to third. Tosses to first, out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Outfielder shifted to the left now as they must be thinking he's likely to go the other way. The pitch. Albies, 26 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Next offering is down low, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Garcia settles underneath it. One down.
The center fielder, number 25, Michael Harris.
And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris. Struck out looking in his first at bat. And the first offering is not close. Just missed. Next pitch is outside.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Left-hand batter waits. And that's ball four.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Chipper Jones. He walked and came around to score his first time up. High fly ball out into left center field. Guerrero moving under it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's two away. And now Hank Aaron picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. In there for strike one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Strike two. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's the 0-2. This to third. The throw to second is offline to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Maybe just a little lack of concentration on that throw. 2 out. You think you've got the play made. Guys are starting to move off the field towards the dugout, and then everyone's got to come back. Sometimes you take that throw for granted, and that's all it takes to keep the inning going.
First and second, 2 outs. And now Eddie Matthews drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Harris, the lead runner out at second. Hank at first, 2 out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next pitch inside, 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Righty delivers. And that's downstairs and outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
And now a full count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. Now batting Jeimer Candelario. The switch hitter batting right.
Third baseman, Jeimer Candelario.
Spahn back to work. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. Swings and misses. 0-2. Struck him out looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Dom Smith stands in. And that's in there for strike one. Left-hand hitter waits. Check swing went around. And the count is 0-2. Ball one there.
1-2.
That one misses in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
In the dirt. Torrey whips it to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. First pitch, not close. On the ground right side. And foul ball. Next offering down low and in the dirt. And that's outside. And there's ball four.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swinging a foul straight back. Move to first. Abrams back in standing. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catch.
Move over to first, try to keep him close. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. And now 2-1 after that missed inside.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
And a pitch. Good eye right there. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, he didn't miss by much right there, but it was just enough to clip him on the way in.
Lee in the box now, takes strike 1. First and second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
The 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Squirts away a little bit. In plenty of time to first, and that is the inning. So the Nats leave a pair. They're down 1-0. David Justice getting ready to hit.
The left-hander, number 23, David Justice.
And the pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. The pitch. And that one a little bit high.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And there's a ball. And the right-hander deals. That one to first. He'll do it himself. And one gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Joe Torre next up for the Braves. Good contact guy, good defender. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Line drive. Puts it away for the out.
Now back, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First offering, and it just misses. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is in the dirt. And now 3-1.
One strike.
That one to first. Smith takes it to the bag. That's out number 3. Down in order go the Braves, but they're on top 1-0. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Guerrero.
The wind and the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, these Nats just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Got him swinging.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And here's the catcher, Gary Carter, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Nationals yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering is in for a strike. And now 2-2. Next one is off the plate. 3-2 now. The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And here it comes. Ground ball right side to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for the Nationals is the DH, Joey Meneses. First offering misses the mark.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The 1-1. And that's outside.
1 strike.
Inside, just missed.
3-1.
And he walked him.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a great pass.
2 outs, runner at first. Lane Thomas will hit next. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and he just misses. And he deals.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. There's a strike. In the dirt, gathers and throws to first, and the inning is over. So 1 left for Washington. They still trail 1-0. And now the shortstop, Vaughn Grissom. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. And a pitch. Just foul of third. And the 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Struck him out swinging. Snuck the fastball by him. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. Singy, this guy, Ozzie Albies, he is Mr. Personality. So much flair and that giant smile on the field. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
For me, one of the things I really enjoy is just the banter that he has with third base coach Ron Washington, who's helped him tremendously defensively at second base.
Next pitch is outside. And he pumps it a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one fouled off. 2-2. Here comes a pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The other way, and he beats the shift.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
Digging in, Michael Harris. Albies on the move. Thomas ranges to his right. He's got it. Out number 2.
The bat, number 10, designated hitter, Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones, the next to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Albies leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch, not close, up high. At the belt and fires. That misses off the outside edge. And a pitch. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Hank Aaron next up for the Braves. 1 for 2. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And forget it.
That pitch down below the zone. It stayed up a little bit. He paid a dear price for it. Just a great swing to the ball, through the ball, and a nice round tripper.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Eddie Matthews. First offering, and it just misses. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. And the righty deals. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jordan Weems looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Ramirez getting cranked up as well. Righty to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, and that is gone. They'll circle the bases, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-zip.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So 2 away with nobody on. So now to the plate for Atlanta, David Justice. First offering misses the mark.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
And the 1-0. Just missed.
2 balls, no strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Kicks and deals. Fouls one off. 2-2. That's to third. Over to Smith. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And now up for Washington, Jeimer Candelario.
The third baseman.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Ground ball up the middle. Albies fires to first on the run. He's in there.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now it's Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch downstairs. 1-0. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. The pitch. And another ball. That's inside.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And now the lefty. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit for the Nats, C.J. Abrams. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Kicks and fires. That just misses.
One
And
ball,
1-1. No outs, runners at first and second. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-2. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, he's kind of backed himself into a corner, and I'm sure he's starting to feel the pressure right now. We'll see if he can bear down and get out of this one.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Left-hand batter waits. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Candelario at third. Smith at second. Abrams at first with no outs. Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Next offering is outside. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouled off to the right. The pitch. Grounded to third. Could be 2. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Up now for Washington, Michael Lee. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing and thunder in that bat. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Bases juiced, no outs. Next pitch is popped up.
It's an infield fly.
Now batting, left fielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
Vladimir Guerrero digs in now. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. First pitch, and he just misses. One out, bases full. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
And a pitch. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And a pitch. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. And a ground ball to first. On to second, they get 1 out there, but that's all they'll get. And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Gary Carter.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Next offering is down low. Ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Next offering upstairs. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Looked like it was a little bit up. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two on, 2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two outs. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And they're all loaded up.
He just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
Next for the Nationals is the DH, Joey Meneses. Hard ground ball, base knock. One runs in, a second scores as well, and now they trail by 1. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So first and second with 2 outs. Lane Thomas now at the plate. And the first offering is not close. That clips a corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Action in the pen down there. Charlie Morton appears to be getting loose. McHugh warming up as well. Right side. Albies. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We're through 5. It's the Braves 5 and the Nationals 4. Jordan Weems on the pitch here. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Now pitching for the Nationals.
Well,
Number
one-run
51.
game. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Joe Torre. Torre, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 2000 hit club, and they traded for him earlier this year. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Weems goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. And the right-hander deals. And that one fouled off. Ball and a strike. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. One and two now. Line drive caught.
The first baseman,
And now Matt Olson up to hit. First offering in the dirt. The pitch. They say you win.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Next pitch is inside. Full count now.
Poog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
the shortstop.
The batter will be the shortstop, Vaughn Grissom. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Olson at first, one gone. The next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Abrams to second, over to first, safe.
The batter, the second baseman.
And now, Ozzie Albies. Foul ball. Yo one. Albies checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Ripped to right, base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Michael Harris getting ready to hit. First pitch, not close. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. The next offering misses. Now 2-0. That to right. Lee has this one sized up. Squeezes it. And that is that. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Braves 5 and the Nationals 4. Now on the bump, Charlie Morton.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Charlie Morton.
And now Jeimer Candelario.
The third baseman.
The line and the pitch. Strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Dylan Lee, the left-hander, up and throwing. Right-handed reliever. And a big swing and a miss.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
And a swing and a miss. 1 away. And now up for Washington, Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith.
In there, and it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. The wind of the pitch. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
Next one in the dirt. The pitch. Struck him out without a swing. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Oh, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And here is C.J. Abrams. First offering misses the mark. Popped in the air, left field. Justice makes the catch, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for Washington. They trail it 5-4. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Victor Arano.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Here's a big power threat, Chipper Jones.
The designated hitter.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
1-0.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Way high. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Up next for Atlanta.
Now in for the Braves, Hank Aaron. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boo.
And the first offering is not close. Jones gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next pitch in the dirt. Ball 2.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Arano checks over to first, and he's back. Righty delivers. On the ground, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. On to Smith. 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Eddie Matthews. He's already homered here in this one. Fouled off. He was late. Next pitch inside. And that is ball 1. Out towards right center field. Lee sizing this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th stretch.
Up now for Washington, Luis Garcia.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
The pitch. Flips the corner, and it's 0-1. And here it comes. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Got him. 1 out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Lee in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And the righty deals. They say a win.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Now the left fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Hard hit left side, and that's just foul. The tying run at the plate.
Ball 2.
And that one fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch in this next one.
2-2 now. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Harris after it. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. That is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still down a run. It's 5-4. So now to the plate for Atlanta, David Justice.
The left fielder, number 23, David Justice.
And the right-hander back to work. Now one miss. And a pitch.
No, that's the ball.
Out to short. Throws to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now back, the catcher.
Here's the catcher, Joe Torre. In there for strike 1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That smash towards center. Thomas makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. And that's in there for strike 1. And he deals. That clips the corner.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Towards first. Smith takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Nationals 4. Now we see Raisel Iglesias out of the bullpen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Gary Carter. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a pitch. Check swing. He held up. And that's ball 1. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Lays out for it, but it's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. And it is 2-1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. A.J. Minter getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. And a 2-1 on the way. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Matthews gets under it. Oh, he brought it back.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Now it's going to be Joey Meneses. That one the other way. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. Aaron fires it in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Pitch running here, Victor Robles.
Number 16.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Lane Thomas. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. Robles, the runner at second with one away. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Candelario stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering upstairs.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Now 2 balls and a strike.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
The tying run is 90 feet away. On the ground, right side. And it's just foul. That was close. Two now. And that misses off the outside edge.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
New pitcher for the Braves, Joe Jimenez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And here's the first baseman, Dominic Smith. A strikeout and a walk. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way right there. I think he's just trying to measure up this new arm out there on the mound.
Now the 0-1. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. That one misses. 2-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That one in for a strike, 2-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Righty to the plate, and that's ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Here's a speed threat, C.J. Abrams. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog. Not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
First offering way inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
That one pulled foul. Lifted in the air, out to left. And it falls. One runs in. Another comes in to score, and it's 6-5.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you could come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Next to hit for the Nats, Luis Garcia. In there, and it's 0-1.
Looking for some insurance. Or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
In the air, out towards right center. Harris has a beat on it. And that's the inning. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Through 8 full, it's the Nationals 6 and the Braves 5. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kyle Finnegan. This guy can bring it velocity-wise. Well, one-run game. Now it's the shortstop, Vaughn Grissom. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Here comes a pitch. That's in for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Hard on the ground to first. Down the line, and it's foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. Infielder shifted to the right, shortstop just to the left of second. That one's in there, 0-1. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next offering is fouled back.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Ripped towards third. Zips it to first. Now only 1 out remaining. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Michael Harris, the next to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Finnegan, a righty that throws with power. He features a two-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. At the belt and fires. And there's a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that guys have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Now a fly ball to right center. Thomas moving to his left. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Nationals collect their first win of the season.
Well, these guys were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. For Atlanta, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
here.